One of my interests in the world as Mahdi Shaheeb Sher, is Mecca in Saudi Arabia. I think that it is an interesting shrine. It's kind of an unusual building because it seems to have concrete bricks or blocks as its construction, and that seems very modern for what that building is as a place of worship. So it seems to be built of concrete and it has cloth over it, and I think that that's un-Islamic. So I think there is some kind of interesting issue with that. It seems to have black cloth on the building, and I think buildings should be like mosques. They should be open, and they should have a call to prayer as well, and a sound. That's quite nice about mosques, to have them have sounds. But with Mecca, it seems to have cloth over the building. So I think that's slightly disappointing about Mecca. I think that Mecca is quite a interesting building because it's like a cube building, and I think that it is quite an attractive building in the fact that it's a cube building, and that seems very interesting, the fact that it is a cube building. I think Islam is quite an old religion. It's been going on for 1500 years, and yet we have a building that seems to look quite modern for its time and cube-like. And the same applies to most mosques as well. I think quite a few mosques do look quite good. They have attractive architecture like domes and things, and I think it's primarily the domes that make those type of buildings look quite attractive. So that's the interesting thing about Mecca and mosques. I think Mecca could be a mosque. It could actually be a mosque now, but I think the construction of Mecca doesn't look like a mosque. So I think that some kind of a mosque architecture for Mecca could be nice. A mosque type of architecture for Mecca rather than just a cube building with cloth over it. So that could do it more justice. So I think that's interesting, and I think that it should perhaps be looked at. I think that one of the interesting features about Mecca is that the royal family have access to it, and I think there's some kind of idol worship in Mecca, and that's a little bit disappointing. I think that a lot of Muslims revere Mecca, so it should kind of have a sensitivity towards those people's feelings. But I think that the fact that there is some kind of a issue with idol worship and the building itself causes some kind of disregard towards people's perhaps sensitivities with that. So that's one of my views about Mecca.